I've been thinking about questions. I remember being on a radio program with someone who said that they really enjoyed being interviewed because the questions that the interviewer asked them were questions that they hadn't asked themselves, which I thought was particularly interesting because I was thinking, I don't ask myself any questions. And I've been thinking over that and realizing that actually that we need to, or it would be good to, incorporate questions in our daily walk through life, things that we asked ourselves. Now, in the mornings, I stand in front of the mirror and I sing, there's a UK blessing song, and I look at me and I sing the blessing to myself. And at first I thought that's probably because I'm in the house by myself and I've been in the house by myself for a long time. But actually it's more than that. It's actually having that conversation with ourselves. And the reality is that we have conversations with ourselves unconsciously, the one that says, well, who do you think you are? You're not good enough. You can't do that. Those kind of conversations. I'm suggesting that there should be a time where we're actually consciously asking ourselves questions, that we're consciously looking at ourselves, and it's not looking to see whether or not my hair is good, or whether or not that pimple is showing, or kind of like stuff, but just in terms of having a conversation. And maybe this is because I'm a visual person, and so actually if I can see things visually, it actually cements the learning or the thing more for me. So actually standing in front of the mirror and speaking to me, or as I put it, speaking to the girl in the mirror, that doing that actually makes me feel like I am talking to somebody. It probably gives a whole new meaning to me, myself, and I. But I believe that actually on a daily basis, standing in front of the mirror and speaking to the boy or the girl looking back is a really powerful thing to be doing. Also, you'll probably hear me say quite often, be kind to the girl or the boy in the mirror, because the girl or the boy in the mirror is actually relying on you to show kindness, to show love to them. And I'm thinking of the you that's looking back as being the inner you, the you that you don't see visually as you walk through your day, but actually shows up as you walk through your day. If you really need any more clarification on that, then touch base with me and I'll speak to you personally. I was talking to a group of friends at the weekend, and somebody came up with a question that she was now going to ask herself on a daily basis. And I thought, oh my gosh, that was such a powerful question that I wanted to share it with you today. And what she said was that when she looks into the mirror now, on a daily basis, that she's going to ask the girl in the mirror, what can I do for you? Yeah, what can I do for you? Because so much of our lives, we are busy doing things for other people, but it's that whole thing about what are you doing for you? And I really don't mean this from a selfish place that's saying, do you know what, it's all about me, it's all about me, it's all about me. Not from that place at all. It's all about being self-full. Because if you are full, then when you show up in the various roles that you play, the various things that you do, you come at it or come to it from a different place. You come to it with abundance. You come to it with joy. You come to it with a fullness. And then now you're giving from your overflow. You're not giving from empty. So it's that whole thing about asking yourself, what can I do for you today? Because it's all about being the best version, being better than you were yesterday. What can you do for you? And I want you to try that exercise and let me know how it goes, because that whole thing that you are looking and facing yourself in the mirror, because in real terms, your only competition in life is that person. The person that's looking back at you is actually where it is the competition is. And I don't know if you've seen the image of the kitten looking into the mirror and there's a lion looking back. I'll probably try and share that later as well. That whole thing that the person on the inside of you is so much greater, so much brighter than perhaps that you have imagined or realized or connected to. But if you make it a habit, yep, I'm saying a habit of looking yourself in the mirror, it's that whole thing that you're looking yourself directly in your eyes and actually acknowledging your presence and saying to that girl or that boy, I got you. What can I do for you today? How can I serve you? Because in serving you, you serve others better. Like, so one of the things for me is that what my passion, what makes my heart sing, probably that's another question. What makes your heart sing? What makes my heart sing is actually using the gifts that God has given me to benefit others. That when it is that I guess kind of feel my kind of highest euphoric state is when I know that the gift that God has given me, I've made good use of it. And it feels a bit like, I guess, when you were at school and that you had an assignment to do and you did the assignment and the teacher gave you an A and you felt really good about that. Now, nobody else is marking your work. You are marking it. You're the one that's saying to yourself that actually, girl, boy, we did good. Or there is room for improvement. Or actually, yeah, I see now that I could do better. Yes, I want to. It's that whole thing about looking at how you use this to encourage yourself. It is not about beating yourself up. It's about encouraging you. It's about looking you in the eyes. You know that bit where there are some people in your life that maybe something has happened and you're unable to look them in the eyes for whatever reason that is. I'm suggesting that you want to be able to every day look yourself in the eyes and say, yep, you know, I love you. Yeah, you did good today. I love the way that you did that. Oh, maybe we could do this. We could add this to that. Actually having that conversation with yourself. Now, some people say, actually, am I losing the plot when I'm talking to myself? No. If you're talking to yourself for the purpose of encouraging, inspiring, and supporting you so that you can serve others in a greater way, then those conversations are really valuable and really important. I'm putting together a list of what I'm referring to as sparkle questions to ask yourself every day. So if that's something that interests you, I'll post the link and you can access that for yourself. But whilst it is that you're doing all of that, there may be questions you think, actually, what I should be asking myself about is X, or I should be asking this, or actually asking myself that would be a really great thing. I'm curious as to what my response would be. And I think that's a really interesting one, because that whilst it is that there are times where we think we know what we would say, because of course this is what I would say, but then when someone asks you the question, there's sometimes where we dig deeper and we find that, oh my gosh, the answer is something completely different, or I didn't realize that it was to that extent. I've actually got the Spark deck and I've done some exercises with people, and the Spark deck are a kind of a series of words, and I've got some questions that I ask you, but you only answer the question in light of the word that you have drawn. And it's really interesting because I've discovered that actually takes you deeper. So rather than you answering the question on the surface level based on what it is I already know, because that's based on the past and what's happened, is that you dig deeper to what's there on the inside. Because in all of this, it's really about how do you connect with the you on the inside? Because I firmly believe that who you are, who I am, is so much greater than we have experienced or we can even imagine. But it's that whole thing. How do we connect with that inner us that actually, can do this, that's got the power, that's got the might, that's got the resilience to keep pushing through and keep shining brighter. So today, I'm challenging you to stand in front of the mirror and first of all, yes, acknowledge the girl or the boy and tell them that you love them. Because in real terms, if we are unable to love ourselves, how can we expect somebody else to? In lots of ways that we teach other people how to treat us. So stand in front of the mirror and tell the boy or the girl, I love you, and mean it. And okay, if you're not quite there yet, say it anyway and keep saying it. And there will become a time where actually you think, oh my gosh, I actually feel that in the fiber of my being. And also ask the girl or the boy, how can I serve you today? What can I do for you? And so therefore you are constantly looking for ways to serve yourself so that you can be a better, brighter version of you so that you can serve others better. That's your food for thought today. Okay, from my heart to yours, I'm wishing you a great one. Go hang out with the girl or the boy in the mirror because they are looking for you to show up.